Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Another warm, humid day here in Tennessee. Not the kind of day that's good to be outside. Anyway, a friend on Facebook says, what do you do with anger? And more specifically, when you channel it towards people. He said sometimes he has a problem with being negative to people, coming off a bit angry, and he has a friend now that's beginning to do the same thing. He says sometimes we influence people by our anger. What do you think about that? And you know, this is a hot topic for a lot of people simply because there's a lot of angry Christians out there. Now, it's almost an oxymoron, isn't it? We're supposed to be the ones that are loving, and yet Christians so many times come off angry or are angry. And folks, anger is not something you deal with specifically. It's the result of something else that's going on. And you know, in this podcast, we've talked many times about finding the root causes. There's an airplane going overhead. Finding the root causes for the things that we deal with. And anger is one of those things. You don't just deal with anger, you have to deal with what's causing the anger. And folks, in a life that Jesus gave us, where he wants us to be free, where he wants us to live in peace, where he wants us to rise above those kinds of emotions, it's difficult, isn't it? Because so many times we just continue to be angry. And if you're angry before you're a Christian and you continue to be angry, you adopt that anger in your faith as well. That's where it gets hard. Because a lot of angry Christians become legalistic Christians, become those kinds of people that can't do anything but point out everybody else's sin. But it really has nothing to do with all that. It has to do with their anger. So here's my suggestion for you today. Find out what's causing it. Get to the root of it. You know, this is one of the reasons it's really important to be involved in a body. People who know you, people that can speak into your life, people that can kind of help you figure it out. Why are you angry? And let's begin to work it through. You know, folks, many times in this podcast, again, we've talked about the fact that God didn't just die for our sins, but he created us as new creations at that point. That we're no longer the people we were. We become a new creation in Jesus Christ. And that means that the new creation has to put on some new emotions too. Get rid of the old ones, put on the new ones, and anger is one of those things. I hope that helps. God bless you. Have a great day.